Hello, this is John, and I wanted to do a couple demos today of the IGIS inventory system. So the first tutorial, we're going to set up a basic scene here. So what I've done is I've created a new project, and I've just got my camera in the scene there. And I've went ahead and I've installed the asset package for IGIS Basic Inventory. And so you get a list of files and folders in your project view here like this. And so we'll start with the scripts, and you get two scripts, the IGIS lootable object script and the player inventory script. Those are your two basic scripts that you'll mostly be working with. There's another folder with the core scripts, and there are some more scripts in here. Specifically the item commands you might be using to implement your equip item, as well as some of your others like using item and such. So we'll get into that a little bit further. So here we have a resources folder, and you'll see the default skin for the inventory system. Then we have inventory item models, and basically these are just in-game items, so they're meshes with a mesh renderer and a transform, nothing too specific. Most games should implement those. Then we have inventory slot tiles. These are just tiles of textures that you can use for your inventory slots if you'd like. You'll get to see those in action a little bit later. And we have item type icons. And these would be the item type icons, the type of item, and the icon that would be displayed inside of your inventory window. So these you're totally able to change. I give you some defaults to work with, and you'll get to see those in a few minutes as well. So here we have lootable prefabs, and these are basically just some items that I've already created and set up that I can just toss into the scene for demonstration purposes. I'll leave those there for now. Then we have a folder for our scene props, and we have some goblin items. We have a large wooden table and some models that I downloaded from the asset store for free to help us along visually. So once you've got your packet there, we're basically going to need to set up a little scene here so we can test some stuff. So let's go ahead and create a basic terrain, create terrain. There's our terrain. So we'll double click on it, zoom back so we can see it. Next we need some character controllers, so let's go ahead and go up to the assets, and let's import a package for our character controllers. So there they are, bring them into the project. And let's go ahead and drop one. We'll grab with the third person for now. We'll drop him onto the map. Let's zoom down, make sure he's not stuck as he usually is. Lift him up out of the ground, and there we go. And so let's go ahead and add a light in here so we can see what's going on. As we know, there we go. And zoom back in on our little guy. Now, I want to go ahead and create a table that we'll be able to use. So we're going to go down here to our where is it? Scene props, and grab our large wooden table. So there that is, and sink it in the ground a little bit so he sits there. So now let's go back to our third person controller. We need to set up some animations real quick so he doesn't look goofy. So there's our idle, and let's go up and set our walk, and we'll set a run, and we'll set a jump pose. And so you should already know how to do this, but there it is. So now we'll give him a little test, see how he's working. Give him a start. There he is. He seems to move the table. Get up on him. There you go. So that's good. Now I like to add a little bit of organization to this. So let's go ahead and create a new empty game object here. And we're just going to call this one Scene Objects. And we're going to go ahead and drag some of our scene objects into there just to get them out of the way. Now let's create another game object, and we'll call it another empty one, and we're going to call this our working inventory. And just to keep things straight, that's where we'll be working with our items. So that's your basic scene, and so once you have this down and you're ready to continue, let's go ahead and just save that, and we'll call it a demo tutorial. 1. Alright. And check out demo tutorial 2 to see how to start setting up your actual inventory.